Hey, beautiful friends, what's up? I'm Rebecca. Our practice today is both somatics with Yin Yoga. Yin Yoga is a type of somatics, but we're just going to be a little more intentional about it. And we'll do some vagus nerve stimulation as well, which we do in yoga naturally. Again, we're going to be a little more intentional about it, okay? So you could grab some dumbbells or maybe some cans if you have them, but they're not necessary at all. You can definitely do this practice without those. Maybe grab some props. I'm using some blocks, okay? You can use pillows. We're going to start in a seated position, Sukhasana. You can sit up on a block if you'd like to. Reach your skull bones back and just take a moment. So in our Yin Yoga practice, we're really going to get into both the fascia and the musculature, so myofascia. So be mindful when we're going through these poses. I'm going to ask you to engage sometimes and then simply let go and soften. We're going to stay here and just notice your shoulders, notice your head, your face, your mind. Just notice. So heighten that third person. See what's coming up for you. And then let out a nice sigh. Okay, with your eyes closed, you're going to take your right arm out on an angle and your left arm out on an angle, okay? So they're on a diagonal, and you're going to flip your right palm away and your left palm behind you, okay? And then you're going to start to gently rotate here. Keep your eyes closed and tune into the sensations that surface. And keep broadening through the collarbones. Okay, so the palms face one direction and then they flip into the other direction. Right palm away, left palm, and then flip and flip. Feel that nice rotation, the internal rotation and external rotation, opening up the shoulders. Okay, now stay with that or grab onto the dumbbells and do the same thing. So right hand comes out, left arm's back, and then you're going to rotate and rotate and rotate and rotate and rotate and rotate. Good, just one more. And then drop the dumbbells down. Okay. From there, all I want you to do is come into a half saddle. So the right arm was up, the right leg is going to come forward, straighten it out, and you're going to peel that left leg back into a half saddle pose. So you can sit up on a block if you'd like to here, okay? And then from there, you're going to gently drop your head over towards your ear and lift it back up. And again, drop it towards your ear and lift it back up. Okay, now drop it towards your ear and then reach it back. Bring the chin back forward and then reach the chin back up and back forward. Now just stay here, okay? Close your eyes. If you want to, you're welcome to take your hands down into the earth, or you can take them behind you and press them into a prayer like this, or you can grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. Okay? And see if you can let go now. Is that okay? Can you simply let go now? Just let the musculature go. Okay, friends, if you want to, release your hands down, and optional, you can start to come back, okay? So the head can come back and up if that's available for you. I want you to really listen to your body here. You can come back onto your forearms if you'd like. Maybe look up. If it's accessible, look up and back. And other options would include using your props. So you can build 1, 2, 3 blocks back here. Oh, okay, this is heavenly. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe the arms come up and over. This is a great way to just open up that heart chakra, connect into the anahata energy, that life force. The only organ that just gives and gives and gives and gives. And yet it is so strong. Okay, friends, grab the back of your head, come on up. And then if you're on all the way back, just, wherever you are, just roll towards that right hip. Slide the left leg around. Come on up and take your legs wide on the mat and windshield wipe your legs across the mat. Okay, now extend your legs out in front of you and just start to point and flex through the feet, okay? And I want you to just really stretch through the right leg as you flex the left foot and reach that hip back and then change sides, okay? And then just get playful here. I want you to roll nice big circles for the feet. Roll them in one direction and then roll them in the other direction. Take your hands onto your toes and you're going to wrap them around, okay? And then pull them back. And again, wrap them around. Breathe and pull them back. One more time, wrap it around. Come on up. Grab onto a prop if you want to. We're going to come on forward for caterpillar pose. So you're going to completely fold forward and collapse into this Yin Yoga pose. So remember, we're softening You can use 1 or 2 blocks depending upon how often you've been practicing, what's going on in your life. I just have 2 blocks in front of me, and only 1 block is really supporting me. But this other block feels like, a safety zone. Okay, you can put it under your head. You can just keep it there on your legs. Just play with that. And then take your hands behind your head, right onto your neck, and just gently massage in the back of your head, almost like you're washing your hair. Okay, friends, if you don't want to mess up your hair, you have to go back into the office later or something, then just tap. Okay, so either tapping or get right in there, massage that region near the bottom of your scalp, right where the hairline ends. Okay, so nice tapping in that region. And it's nice if you're supported while you do this. And connect in now to an Ujjayi breath. Okay, the Ujjayi breathing kicks into that vagus nerve. It resets your vagus nerve. So you're throttling the back of your throat as you exhale. Inhaling through your nose. And then exhale slowly through your nose, if you can. Inhale again. And now stretch that exhale. And when you're ready, friends, just melt into the earth. Okay, friends, slowly walk your hands up, nice and slowly, okay? Take your head up, look from side to side, and then go ahead and take your blocks, swing over to the long side of your mat if you want to, okay? We're gonna crisscross those legs and then just take the other leg on top, okay? So change them so that you change that patterning, okay? Now we're gonna do the same thing that we did on the other side. So get centered, get connected into the body, and your left arm goes out on a diagonal. Right arm comes out, flip the right palm, so internally rotate through that right shoulder, externally rotate through the left, and then flip and flip, okay? And it doesn't matter, you know, if they both go in the same internal and then external, you can do that too. If you're having a little bit of a struggle with it, it's okay. It's all good. Okay, so play with that feeling, that sensation. So close your eyes. We're all tuning in, tapping into the sensations in our practice. Notice where you're feeling it. You might be feeling this in the jaw, right? It goes, all this region, the web of nerves goes from our fingertips to our shoulders, all the way into our skull and the facial nerves. Now continue with this, or if you have those dumbbells, go ahead, grab your dumbbells and play with that. And again, I'm using a 5-pound dumbbell, which is a little bit heavy for this, but you could use 1 pound, a can, whatever you have, okay? So here we go, ready? And if you have an injury in the shoulders, then maybe no dumbbells, okay? Okay, let's drop those dumbbells down, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing that we did with the legs, only we're going to switch over, okay? So we're going to come into saddle again. This time the left leg extends, right leg comes back, okay? And again, you're welcome to sit up on a couple of blocks, 1 or 2 blocks if you'd like. And then we're going to start dropping the left ear over, okay? So drop it down and lift up. Close your eyes. Feel the jaw, the shoulders. See what's surfacing. And just notice. Notice those patterns that you have been carrying with you. And the body's intelligence will start to resolve things. Okay, and again, you're going to go down and look up. And then bring your nose forward. And then bring it up towards the ceiling, wherever it goes, up towards the sky. And while you're doing this, you might notice that you start to let go in the legs, in the hips, in the jaw, wherever it might be. Okay, keep your head over to the side. And then play with bringing the arms behind you. Again, you can press your palms together, or you can come into opposite hand to opposite elbow. Close the eyes and tune into the sensations that surface, and be okay with whatever surfaces, okay? If it becomes too much, then just modify, or maybe even just take a moment of rest. Okay, if you want to, on this side, let's do the Ujjayi breathing here, okay? So again, in this pose with the neck side bending in the half saddle, Yin Yoga pose, you're going to throttle the back of your throat. So you inhale through your nose, exhale, and just close off the back of your throat ever so slightly. Inhale again. And continue with that maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 more times. See if you can stretch out the exhale. And ask yourself, are you releasing in this pose? Are you moving into the connective tissue? Are you moving? Are we pressurizing the joints? Opening up those energy lines. Okay, friends, release your hands and either stay with this and start to walk your hands back for a subtle back bend, or I'm going to demonstrate the long way on the mat. You can start to come back here, maybe use a block or 2 if you'd like. And remember, this is your practice, so modify for yourself. Not for me, not for what you think you should be doing today. And maybe take the arms into like a goal post, or you can reach them overhead. Or keep them down by your sides. Okay, friends, gently release this by navigating towards your left side. So support your head, come over to the left, and then put your weight, transfer it to the left hip, bring that right leg around, come on up, and just take your legs out for a couple of times. Give them a nice little stretch. Okay, scoot the hips forward. If you have some blocks or pillows, keep them accessible. Now, we're going to start right down onto the earth like we're moving into a bridge, okay? So walk your fingertips towards your heels and then tuck the tail under, lift up nice and slow, articulating through the spine. Bring your chin away from your chest and then towards your chest, and away from your chest and towards your chest. And do that a couple more times. And then tuck the tail, roll back down vertebra by vertebra. Close your eyes and shift both legs to the right and back up and over to the left. And sometimes when we're moving through these poses and we're a little trepidatious, we feel some edges surfacing. Could be from a variety of reasons. Maybe we're holding and clenching in that area because of lifestyle, because of emotions and patterning, or maybe we just haven't visited that stretch in a while. So just be patient with it. Try not to force it. You want the body to feel safe. And that's why it's nice to integrate some of these little exercises that help us to release those edges. Keep both legs to the right this time, and we're going to take the feet down low, okay? So you're going to feel it more through the side body than if you were up here, and you'd feel it more in the hip. So keep them low, and then grab onto your block and just place it behind your hips, okay? So you stay more twisted than dropping the hip down, okay? Want the hip to be flush up against that. And you'll feel a nice opening through the left side. Now from there, just look over towards your left and then look towards center and look to the right. Look towards center and look over towards the left. And that block or pillow is like a little bookmark, like don't go beyond this point, okay? Now look towards your left and stay there. Now take the left arm up if you want, or you can keep it down. Keep the legs just as they are, or slide the left leg up and you can place it to the outside of your right leg. And see what you can let go of here. Okay, friends? Connect back into your breath. Bring your head back forward. Press the feet into the earth. And then slide the legs over to the left side this time. Now you're going to do the same thing. You're going to shift the legs down. Okay, so just play with that a little bit. So as you shift them down, you twist open and look towards the right side. I'm going to use my block again. So I remind my hips not to open up. I want to keep them stacked, and then the legs reaching further down. So you're going to feel this in the hips, the side body, just a little bit more than the hip. Okay. If I come all the way over here, I'm going to feel it differently, right? Different sensation. And if that's what you're looking for, that's totally copacetic, or whatever you need, friends. This is your practice, okay? So my invitation is to push the legs slightly away, stay there, and then look over to your right and look over to your left. Maybe close your eyes while you do this. Look over to the right. Look over to the left. And look over to the right. Look over to the left. And look over to the right. And then when you're ready, friends, you are going to look to the right. Step the right foot to the outside of that left leg. Maybe take the arm up. And just invite your body to soften a little bit more. Okay, look back towards center. Step the right foot into the earth and the left foot. Bring the knees towards each other. Close your eyes for just a moment here. Knees reach towards each other. Feet are a little wider on the mat. And then take your one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your heart. we're going to open the legs up, press the feet down, lift the hips up onto a prop. So maybe a block, maybe 2 blocks, whatever you need right now. And then take a nice breath, let out a gentle sigh. Okay, so we're on our block, and you're going to stay in that constructive rest pose. So the knees are touching and your feet are a little bit wider than your hips. And then inhale, the top of the inhale, inhale again. And release it. Let's do that one more time, okay? Inhale. Inhale all the way at the top, just a sip more. And release it. Okay, pat out your belly. Blubber your lips. Stimulating that region, get the energy moving. Vagus nerve runs all the way into your colon. Then gently reach your hands down into the earth and keep your hips lifted. Then walk your feet so they're in line with your hips and tuck your tail under into a posterior pelvic tilt and then into an anterior pelvic tilt. Go back into that posterior pelvic tilt. So you're tucking your tail under and then you're arching into an anterior tilt. And again, tuck and arch. Let's do the same thing with the right leg crossed over the left, okay? So you're going to tuck under and then arch. And tuck under and arch. One more time, tuck under and arch. Just pause here. So we're moving into the yin pose, which is basically like your seal or swan in your more yang practice. So you can lift the hips up higher and stay with this. And some of us might want to take our legs in towards our chest. Okay, so play with how you're feeling today. You might want to just stay here. This reminds me of our furry little friends. Have you ever seen a cat or a dog or even a lion? They just kind of melt into a pose like this and they just pause there. Very zen. So maybe try to imitate our little furry friends and see what we can learn from them. I'm actually going to place 2 blocks under my hips so I feel a little more supported. Okay, friends, lower that left leg down. Take the right foot down. The left leg crosses over. And we're going to do the same thing again, okay? I'm going to lower my hips a little bit. And just play with this. You're going to arch. See what happens when you go into an anterior tilt. And then tuck the tail under into the posterior pelvic tilt. See if you can keep that right foot grounded. If you can't, that's okay. Again, arch. And it might be just a tiny little arch here. Pull the ribs open and then close them. Pull the navel in towards your spine as you come and take that pelvic bowl this way. And then spill it that way. And back again. Scoop under and go back this way. And then just pause once you feel the urge to soften in the sensation. And maybe stay with this or lift the hips up. And this side might be entirely different from the other side. You can move the block up a little higher or a little lower, depending upon what you need in the body today. Okay, so play with that. There's something very interesting that happens when we're in these Yin Yoga poses. You feel the sensation. It's like a fleeting sensation to go or should I stay? Should I go or should I stay? Like the musculature isn't really sure what's going on just yet because we're moving and retraining our bodies. And we're teaching our body that it's safe and that energy can pour through us. And we do not have to stay stuck in that mode of go, 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 of the fight or flight that we're so often in. Okay, we're retraining our bodies. We're retraining the nervous system. That's why it is so essentially a somatic practice in itself. Going inward. Okay, friends, let's uncross the legs. Take your hips up and remove any props you might have. Then go ahead and take your legs up into the sky. Flex through your feet and point a couple of times. Maybe make some delicious circles with those ankles. If you want to, you can bend one knee and the other a couple of times. Take your head, look from side to side. Stretch out your jaw, maybe flubber the lips. And hold the backs of your legs. Rock up to a seated pose and rock back. And if that's not working, roll over to one side and rock back and up, okay? Just make your way back up to sit. And then once you get all the way up, you're going to come on up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your blocks in front of you, just like this, and then walk your hips back. Now, you might want some pillows and some extra blocks here. We're going to take our elbows forward onto those props. So I'm going to use a couple, okay? And take the elbows forward on the props. Then drop your head towards the earth and take your arms, press the palms together, take the palms forward and back. Nice and slowly. This time go a little bit further. Now this time, friends, come on up and just take the hands a little bit to the right. Just push gently a little bit more towards the right and then come on up, okay? Come back through to center. And come back up and go to the left just a little bit, just a little bit. And come back up. Flex the right hand, push the left hand into it, and change sides. And then just find some stillness here. Now, friends, push into the earth. Come all the way up. Look from side to side with your head. If you feel a little edgy, or maybe you might even feel emotional, just notice it. Notice, 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 okay? Now let's move our props aside. If you have some blankets, you can grab those. We're almost going onto our back, not quite yet. So we're going to stay here. You're going to grab onto your right leg and give it a little rock from side to side. Just take it from side to side. Close your eyes and then move it up and to the side. And move the right knee up and over to the side. Back up and over to the side. Now take it a little bit over, a little further, so the leg comes up and back over. And one more time. This time take it a little bit further over towards the left leg and back up and lower it down. Grab onto your left leg and just start to rock it like a little baby from side to side. Give it a little love. And then again, take it up a little bit and back over, and take it up a little bit and back over, and up and back over, and up and back over. And then take it up and over. And again, you're going to take it a little further out to the side and a little bit over. And then press the foot down. Let's come onto our back side now. And stay here. You're just going to tap your forehead and tap your jaw. Maybe the eyebrows. And then, friends, you're going to gently tap onto your chest. Get that heart energy again. Connect into the heart energy. Toning the vagus nerve. Let out a nice sigh. Let it go into the sensation, into the vibration. Tapping. And then let's just close the eyes. Okay, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch open your jaw. Connect back into your body. Come on over to your right side. And when you're ready, you're going to push yourself up to sit. And we are going to close our practice. So sit comfortably. Close your eyes and bring your hands to your heart. I want you to thank yourself for showing up and maybe tune into an intention that you can bring with you off the mat into your life. What is it? Is it peace? I am peace. I am powerful. I am worthy. I am love. Bring your hands to your third eye. Om Shanti, 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 Namaste. Namaste, my beautiful, beautiful, and very powerful friends. Thank you for tapping into that energy. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Remember to comment, like, subscribe. If you want to support my practices, then check out my Patreon or my membership. I would be so grateful for that. And you'll also have some benefits. There's some extra videos just for you on those. And if you're interested in doing more of these practices, then check out the links below. I would love to see you again. Namaste.